I love flea markets. The thrill of the hunt, the smell of old books, the promise of hidden stories. Every Saturday, I wake up early searching for treasures with a past. My friends laugh, but each find is a piece of someone's life. This Saturday felt different, colder, quieter. I almost gave up, until I spotted it, a black rotary phone waiting just for me. The phone was heavier than I expected, its surface cool and smooth beneath my fingers. I traced the numbers, feeling the grooves worn by countless calls. The vendor watched me with a knowing smile, as if he understood the pull of forgotten things. Around me, the world seemed to hush, the chatter and laughter fading into the background. I wondered who had owned this phone, what secrets it had heard, what goodbyes and hellos had echoed through its receiver. The price tag was faded, almost illegible, as if it had been waiting for the right person to come along. I hesitated, heart fluttering, before finally asking the vendor about it. He shrugged, saying it hadn't rung in years, but there was a twinkle in his eye. I handed over a crumpled bill, feeling a strange sense of ceremony. As I tucked the phone under my arm, I felt a shiver of anticipation, as if I'd just stepped into someone else's story.
Evelyn had no idea how much this find would change everything. The story was just beginning. Sometimes the smallest discoveries hold the greatest mysteries.
The phone was heavy, its black plastic swallowing the light. It felt almost alive in my hands, as if it had absorbed years of secrets and whispers. The surface was cool, and the weight of it was oddly comforting, like holding a piece of history. The rotary dial clicked satisfyingly as I spun it, each number turning with a deliberate mechanical resistance. The sound echoed in the quiet shop, a reminder of a slower, more intentional time. The numbers were faded, so many stories must have passed through this phone. I wondered who had called whom, and what news had been shared, both joyful and tragic.
A real classic, founded in an abandoned house. Still works, they say. Not many like this left, you know.
I didn't care if it worked. I just loved how it looked, a relic from another time. It was like a portal to the past, a silent witness to decades gone by. The price was almost too cheap. It felt like I was buying more than just an object, maybe even a story or a secret. The vendor seemed eager to get rid of it. There was a flicker of relief in his eyes, as if a burden had been lifted.
Good luck with it, kid. Take care of it.
He turned away quickly, almost too quickly, as if he didn't want to answer any more questions. I carried the phone home, feeling its weight with every step. It was heavier than I expected, and I wondered what stories it carried with it. Back in my room, it looked out of place, like a black hole on my nightstand. Its presence seemed to draw the eye, demanding attention. I found an old phone jack, scraped away the paint, and plugged it in, half expecting something magical to happen. Nothing happened. No dial tone, just silence. The phone sat there, stubbornly mute, as if it was waiting for the right moment to speak. I left it on my nightstand. It was a cool object, but I couldn't shake the feeling it was waiting for something or someone.
The phone was now part of Evelyn's world, a silent companion in the shadows of her room. Its secrets just beginning to stir, waiting patiently for the night to fall.
That night, I forgot about the phone as I got ready for bed.
Then a sound shattered the silence. A shrill metallic ring. Burring! Burring!
My eyes snapped open. The ringing was coming from the old phone, but it was impossible. I checked the clock. Midnight. The ringing echoed, demanding. I stared at the phone, frozen. Was I dreaming? Burring! Burring! My hand trembled as I reached out. The receiver was ice cold. I had to answer. I lifted it to my ear. The ringing stopped. Silence. Then static, crackling, hissing. "Hello?" I whispered.
The static grew louder. Then a voice, faint, panicked, and familiar. It sounded like Evelyn's own voice, but older and terrified. "Don't go to the cafe tomorrow. Don't go." The line went dead. Evelyn's hand shook as she replaced the receiver.
Was that a prank? The voice sounded like me, but older, scared. The words echoed. "Don't go to the cafe tomorrow." The next morning, Evelyn felt tired and confused. She was supposed to meet Chloe at the daily grind. I texted Chloe, "Let's meet at the library instead."
Chloe agreed, though confused. As Evelyn walked by the cafe, she saw police cars and an ambulance. A car had crashed through the front window. The spot where she and Chloe usually sat was destroyed.
If I hadn't listened to that call...
The phone hadn't been a dream. It had saved her. After the cafe incident, everything changed for Evelyn. The phone was no longer just a device. It became her secret, her terrifying, life-saving secret. She kept it close, hidden from everyone, as if it held the key to her fate. Every night at midnight, without fail, it rang. The sound cut through the darkness, and Evelyn would freeze, heart pounding, waiting for the call she both dreaded and depended on. Each night her own voice from the future warned her, whispering secrets only she could hear.
Don't forget your umbrella tomorrow. The rain will catch you off guard. Or study ancient Rome for the test. You'll need it more than you think.
The phone seemed to know everything. Every detail, every danger, every opportunity. She was never caught off guard. Her friends noticed her uncanny timing and strange confidence. S1, as Evelyn. "How did you know that would happen?" they'd ask, eyes wide with curiosity. She just smiled, unable to explain the truth, her secret safe for now. But soon the warnings grew more serious, more urgent. "Don't walk through the park tonight," the voice insisted. "Stay away from Elm Street no matter what." The voice on the phone grew weaker, the static louder, as if the future was slipping away. Evelyn obeyed every warning, but her anxiety only grew. She was always waiting for midnight, dreading and anticipating the call, always listening for the next command, the next warning that might save her life. The phone was her protector, and her prison. She began to wonder, with a growing sense of dread, if her future self was always warning her, always trying to keep her safe. What kind of future was she living, and what was she truly being protected from? The calls grew desperate. The voice was terrified, choked with regret. "You have to stop answering. Every time you listen, it gets worse. The future gets darker."
What's happening? Worse how?
"I can't explain. Please, stop. Let things happen." Evelyn was torn. The phone had saved her, but the terror in her future voice was real. Shadows lingered longer. Whispers filled the silence. The world seemed grayer. Was she draining her own future by avoiding every bit of bad luck? She decided to try. She unplugged the phone, wrapped it in a blanket, and buried it in her closet. She waited for midnight. Silence, at first. Then a faint, muffled brrring from the closet. The phone was ringing, even unplugged. The sound grew louder, seeping into her mind. A desperate, pleading ring she couldn't escape. The ringing didn't stop. It haunted her day and night, growing louder, more insistent. Exhausted, she finally gave in. She pulled the phone from the closet, plugged it in, and waited. At midnight, a single, final ring. She expected her own broken voice, but there was only silence. She listened closer. Then a sound, not from the phone but from downstairs. A key sliding into the lock, the deadbolt turning. Someone was unlocking her door, and on the phone pressed to her ear, she heard the faint, unmistakable sound of breathing. S1. Media Group. Animated woman nervously whispering, "Hello?" into black rotary phone. Animated close-up of lips speaking softly into phone in dark room and at stock at distribute_equally. "Hello?"